Wonderful. So, welcome everyone. Really nice to see you all today. There will be an email going out, so you'll get it in an email. But just to start letting you all know, I am taking a couple of weeks off over the summer. So I'll just let you know the dates now, and I'll keep reminding you, so don't worry. Um, so there won't be a class on August the 11th and August the 18th. So we've got next week, we've got the week after, and then I've got 2 weeks off. So I just thought I'd start mentioning it so people know. But like I say, there will be an email at some point to just let you all know. But yeah, obviously we will carry on again um, when I'm back and well into October, I think. So it might even be into November. Need to work all the exact dates out. But yeah, so we've still got lots more classes to do together, which is wonderful. So I'm just going to pop everyone on mute. Oh, okay. Thank you, Ray. Thank you for letting me know. So, yes, I hope everyone's okay today. Like I said, it is still warm again. We've got another lovely warm Tuesday. So just take, thank you. Just take your time, do what feels right for you. As always, we'll have a little check-in with how you're feeling when we get started. And just, yeah, you might be bursting with energy today. You might want to really stretch. You might want to really move, or your energy might be feeling low. You might be feeling tired. Your body might start be feeling a little bit drained. And like we also always talk about, like depending on how you've eaten, how you've slept, all of those sorts of things impact on how we feel. This weather's obviously been really warm for a while now, so it can sometimes make us feel depleted, but sometimes it can energize us. So, just check in a moment and see how you feel and really let that guide you. And don't ever feel bad or anything if you think, oh, one week I can do more, but this week perhaps you don't have the same levels of energy. Like that's okay. Listening to your body and doing what you need is the most important thing. But thank you so, so much for joining me this morning. So when you're ready, have a nice little wiggle. I'll go back to my chair in a minute, but I'm just going to sit on my bolster whilst we just get settled, and then I can let anyone else in if they join us. But yeah, have a little wiggle, have a little stretch here, do what you need. Just have a little bit of exploring to see how your body feels this morning. Right, well, just so really there's no right or wrong way to do this. Just have a little stretch, a little bit of movement through the body to see what feels good for you, to see, yeah, just checking in. Is there any parts of your body today that you maybe need to be aware of as you move, or that you think, actually, I really want to pay attention to this part? Like um, I always get a tightness in my lower back, and I'm sometimes quite often on the edge of having a little bit of sciatica, and I can feel that nerve. So I always sort of really have awareness to my lower back, but sometimes it really feels like it needs a nice stretch. So when I'm stretching, I'll just sort of lean into that and have that awareness a little bit more. So see if there's anything like that for you today that you need to be aware of. And then let's just give those shoulders a nice little quick roll here. We'll do them a bit more in a moment. Lovely. And then just let everything settle. And so we're just going to take a few minutes here just to focus our breath, to do a little bit of breathing, and to really just let yourself arrive here in this space. Because often, we might have had a busy morning, might have been rushing around, got ourselves all ready, we've arrived here, but still, our mind might still be a little bit somewhere else, and thinking about the other things that we have on today. So we're just going to give a little bit of time to really let yourself arrive now, because this is your time this morning, to really do what you need. So if it's comfortable, you can just let your gaze soften down, looking down, or you can even close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you this morning. And then just gently drawing your awareness to your breath. So your natural breath, just as it is. So not trying to change it in any way. Just notice, how does your breath feel this morning? Do you notice your breath deep down in your belly? Or perhaps it feels higher in the chest. Again, just noticing. And how does your breath feel this morning? So what I mean by that is, does it feel like it's moving quite quickly, quite laboured, like taking short, sharp breaths? Or does it feel like you are able to take a nice full breath in and really let that belly expand? But just staying with that natural breath, just observing, just noticing how your breath feels this morning. Then just bringing your hands to your tummy. So just let the hands gently come onto the tummy. I'm just going to see now if, as we breathe in, we can really let that belly expand. So let the hands move out, let the belly expand. And then as we breathe out, the belly deflates, perhaps the hands move in a little bit. But just see with this breath in, if you can really breathe into the belly and then let that breath go. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Nice. And we're just going to stick with this breath. So nicely, slow and controlled, breathing in right deep down into the belly. Now, the reason we're doing this is by really breathing down into the belly. It's getting our diaphragm working. So our diaphragm is our biggest breathing muscle. It's really helping with that expansion of the lungs. So often when we breathe, we don't use the full capacity of our lungs. So when we really take a full breath in, it's allowing much more of the lung to be used. And also it supports our nervous system. So when we breathe deep down into the belly, it helps to calm the body. It helps to calm the mind. And it helps to move us more into that space of rest and digest. So a few reasons there. So what might seem like a really simple breath actually has so many huge benefits for our bodies and our minds. Nice, everyone. So just see now if you can continue taking that nice full breath in. Then we're going to purse the lips and breathe out as if we're breathing out through a straw. Breathing in. Breathing out through a straw. Again, this is supporting the nervous system. Breathing in. Out through the straw. And if you feel lightheaded or anything like that at any time, just return to your natural breath. Breathing in. Breathing out through the straw. We're going to do 3 more like this. Nice big breath in into the belly. Nice long breath out, breathing out through the straw. Breathing in. Breathing out. One last one here in your own time. Nice big breath into the belly. Nice long breath out through the mouth. Lovely. And then let the breath go. Let the hands soften. back down to your lap or your knees, and just keep those eyes gently closed. And just take a moment here to check in with you, to check in with how you are feeling on this Tuesday morning. And then when you are ready, drawing your awareness back to this space, gently blinking the eyes open. And then just give those shoulders a little roll. And again, as you begin to move here, just notice, how do those shoulders feel today? And so with that breath that we were just doing, that nice full breath in and that long breath out. So like I said, that supports our nervous system. So if we're ever feeling sort of overwhelmed, if we're feeling, we've got a lot to do, maybe a little bit of anxiety there, then that breath is really supportive for helping when we're feeling like that, because it supports the nervous system. It moves us to that space of rest and digest. And when we lengthen the breath, that helps to reassure the body that we're okay, that we can be calm. And it all comes back to many, many years ago, thousands of years ago, when we were sort of cavemen living, wherever we were living, and we were on high alert for the saber-toothed tiger or the lion that was literally going to come and eat us. And that's what our nervous systems were designed for. So they're designed to keep us safe. So when we have that sympathetic response, you might have heard it as a fight or flight response, that mobilize our limbs, that gets us being able to run away, hide from the danger. And when we're like that, we're not taking long, slow breaths. They're much more short, sharp breaths because we're running away. So if we are feeling anxious or we've got a lot going on and our breath becomes more in the chest, more short and sharp breaths, that starts to trigger our nervous system to think, oh, we're not safe. We need to be alert. So when we shift that breath and lengthen that breath, the body goes, oh, okay, I'm okay right now. I'm not under threat. So that's why that breath, I just thought it's helpful to share these things. I always think it's helpful to understand why. And another layer to that is, of course, we're not now living in caves. We're not being attacked by lions and saber-toothed tigers. However, the brain doesn't differentiate between a real and a perceived threat. So if we see something that makes us overwhelmed or us anxious, so it could be, whatever that may be for you. For some people, it's at work, their email box, being absolutely full. Oh my goodness, I've got 100 emails. That triggers the same stress response as when we think, oh my gosh, I'm going to get eaten by a lion. I mean, that's probably obviously even more up here, but it is the same stress response. And often in our modern life, let's just bring that right arm over, give it a little stretch. Often in our modern life, because so many things are happening all the time, we're bombarded these days from so many different angles, from the internet, social media, newspapers, conversations, like whatever it may be, we are always consuming a lot more. Our bodies, our minds are taking in, swapping arms, are taking in so much more all the time. So it gradually can build that hyper alertness in our bodies and our minds. So a little bit of neuroscience there for you to just understand why, often we might feel anxious, or overwhelmed in day-to-day life. Nice. Let those shoulders go. Okay. So this is also why we work with the shoulders a lot, because again, if we're under stress, what happens to our shoulders? They start to lift. They end up here. So when we lengthen them away, this is telling our body, I'm okay. Let's do some circles. I know I'm talking a lot today, but I just thought as we move, we've all been doing these classes a while now, so I just thought it's nice to just share a little bit more understanding around actually why these things are so good for us. And yes, they really support us on a physical level, but they also really support our mental health. I feel like I'm going really fuzzy as I come towards the camera. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if it's my eyes are doing something to me or as I'm moving, maybe I don't look fuzzy to you guys. Hopefully not. But we're just doing some nice circles here. So let's check back in with how we feel. So as I move here, I can start to really feel this in my lower back. How does this feel for you? Let's do a few more moving in one direction. And then the other, just really noticing that lower back. How's that feeling today? Really nice, everyone. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, then let's come back to center. I'm going to move back to my chair. Please do have a drink if you would like one. Oh, foot's gone to sleep. Okay, just going to have a quick drink. So let's bring our hands down by the side of the body. Ground down through those feet. We're going to find a nice bit of length here up through the spine and the crown of the head. Hands either side of the body. We inhale, we take those arms up. We exhale, let those arms come down. Lovely. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, let the arms come down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale down. Let's do two more like that. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, big breath out. One more. Inhale, take the arms up. Reach up here, stretching up through the body, and then we're going to take a nice big breath out and have a little twist to the right, or whichever way you go. So just taking that little twist through your body. And then inhale, take the arms up, reaching, stretching up here. Exhale, round to the left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. So getting this nice little twist, this rotation through our spine. Inhale up. Exhale. Once more. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Lovely. This time we're going to inhale. Reach those arms up. And then take a nice big breath out. Reach those fingertips out to the side as we let them come down. Let's give those shoulders a lovely little roll. And then let's do a few more of those circles. So just taking the body round in one direction and then the other. Just checking in with how you're feeling today. Lovely, coming back to center. So now we're going to bring those hands up to the shoulders, lift those elbows, okay, and just start to do some little shoulders here. So little shoulders, little rolls with the shoulders. So we might feel this a little bit more intensely with our shoulders than we did when we're just doing this, okay? If you want to feel it in the shoulders a little bit more, you can lengthen those arms away, And we're going to do some nice breaths here. So 3 breaths, breathing in, long breath out, breathing in, long breath out. One more nice big breath in, nice long breath out. Lovely, let those arms come down, give everything a little shake. We're going to be sticking a little bit more today again with, like we have been, that mindful, slower movement rather than really trying to get our heart rates pumping because of the warm weather. But we will do a little bit more up-tempo stuff. But before we do that, let's do some of our cat-cows. So I'll show you from the side. We're going to really ground down through both the feet, find that nice length up through the spine and the crown of the head. We're going to inhale, reach forward with those fingers round the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. And then we exhale, reach those arms back behind us, lift through the chest, and really squeeze those shoulder blades. So I'm going to turn back round now. So inhale, round the spine, reach with those fingers, tuck the chin to the chest. And then exhale, reach those arms back behind you, squeezing those shoulder blades. Hands on the legs, inhale forward, reach with the fingertips. Exhale, hands back behind you, squeezing those shoulder blades. Continue here, just moving in your own time. It's really important to go at your own pace. Hands on the legs, slide them forwards. Reach those arms back. We're going to do 2 more. So hands on the legs, slide those hands forward, tuck the chin to the chest, round through that spine. And then draw those arms back, really lift through this chest, lovely. Hands on the legs, slide them forward, round the spine. And then reach those arms back behind you. Lovely, let that go. Give those shoulders another little roll. Have a drink if you would like to. Nice. So I'm going to do a few little forward folds now. So I'm going to take the feet a little bit wider here, as wide as we can on our chair. Really grounding down through those feet. We're going to bring the hands to the hips, just sort of those hip creases. And then take a nice breath in, so really lengthen up to the spine and the crown of the head. And then as you breathe out, we're going to fold forwards. So we've just got the hands there on those hip creases to just guide us a little bit of where, you know, we want to be hinging from. Coming back up. So you can keep your hands there if that's helpful, or you can cross them over your chest. So we're going to take that nice big breath in, lengthen up, press through the feet as you come down. So we are engaging through the legs. Just come down as low as feels good for you. Try and keep that nice flat back so we're not ending up here really rounding, keeping those shoulders back. And then press through the feet to bring yourself back up and draw yourself up from your upper back. So this is really getting our back muscles working, as well as everything else. Gosh, that's made me really warm. Let's try it again. Okay, so inhale up, press through the feet, release yourself forwards. There we go. And then draw yourself up from those back muscles, press through the feet. Nice. Whew. Let's do that one more time. So press through the feet, lengthen up. We're engaging those legs, releasing yourself forwards, just to a point that feels good for you. And then press through the feet, really draw yourself up with your upper back. Nice, everyone. Coming back, drawing those legs in, give everything a little shake, have a little drink. I could really feel my back muscles working then. So it does engage our core a bit as well. But I'm just going to show you quickly from the side before we move on, just so you can see what I mean about our back. So, because we always want to be protecting our spine, so we don't want to end up sort of doing this. We want to keep those shoulder blades back, engage the upper back, engage the tummy. So do you see the difference? We're releasing down with that flat back. Obviously, I'm looking at you, but ideally, I would be here and looking downwards. So I've got that nice length through my spine. So we're not here, we're here. Okay, so that's what's going to keep our spines nice and healthy. Lovely. Right then, let's carry on with another little stretch with the legs. So take those legs back nice and wide like we had them a moment ago. And we're going to bring the hands onto the inside of the legs and gently press them. So again, we're drawing those shoulder blades back. We're lifting up through the crown of the head. We're gently just encouraging those knees to move away from us. So to move in this sort of direction, okay? If that gives you a nice stretch through the legs. And we're going to take 3 breaths, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Nice. And then we're just going to let that right arm start to slide down that right leg. You can take that left arm up if that's comfortable. You can hold the foot. I'm trying to remember, I think I mentioned about the blocks in that last week, or if anyone's got a book or anything like that, so we can do this sort of thing, or down onto the foot. So whatever feels good for you. You can look downwards or you can look up, depending on what's more comfortable for your neck. Then when you're ready, coming back up. Nice, so let's go back to this position. Do a breath here, breathing in. Big breath out. And then slide that hand down again. So left hand down this time, right arm up. If that is comfortable for you, you can look up, you can look down. You can have your left hand on a block. Do what you need. Take a breath. Oh, and then coming back up. Oh, my neck. Nice, everyone. Right there. Drawing those legs back in. We're going to do a little bit of reaching now. So again, that rotation through the torso. So this is up to you how quickly you want to do this today, but really ground through the feet. Let the legs really be held by the chair. So it's the upper body that we are moving and twisting, okay? So if you've got loads of energy and you really want to go for it, you can go a little bit quicker. I'm definitely not feeling that today. So I'm going to keep it nice and slow and steady, but I can really feel my muscles working. So all of these muscles all down here, these oblique muscles, I can feel them when we twist. And this twisting is really helpful for our spine to keep it moving, to keep it rotating. Okay, so we're just going to do a minute here, okay, from now. Either nice and slowly, really feel that movement, or if you want to, if you've got the energy today and you're feeling okay and you want to go quicker, then go for it. Okay, but keep grounding down through your lower body. So we're nice and grounded, and it's this bit of us that's moving around. So it's not even like just our shoulder, we're not just doing that. We're really twisting from our torso. Nice, everyone. 15 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Come back to center. Grab yourself a drink. Lovely. So let's come back down to these lovely feet. Coming up onto the toes and back onto the heels. Up onto the toes, back onto the heels. Nice. Give those toes a really nice wiggle. So opening those toes, stretching everything out. And then we'll have a little stomp of the feet. So again, up to you. Depends how much energy you've got today. We're going to do another minute here in a moment when we get going. So you can do this like this. Nice and slow and controlled. Really drawing that knee up to the chest. Lifting that arm. You're going to feel that probably in your tummy. Feel that in your legs. So that's going to be much more intentional on our muscles. Or if you do want to lift your heart rate a little bit this morning, you can really get those arms swinging and you can get those feet stamping. So up to you. We're going to go for a minute here. Do what you need. Do what feels right for you. If none of that feels okay for you today, sit and breathe. Practice your breathing. That's absolutely valid. That's just as important as our moving. Nice. It is just so warm, isn't it? I know we're not in the sort of 30-degree heat, but it is still warm. How are we getting on? Lovely. Another 30 seconds. Ten seconds to go. Get his arms swinging if you're moving them. 3, 2, 1. Nice, everyone. Let your breath just come back down, let your heart rate settle. Because even when we're moving slow and controlled, it can still elevate our heart rate because it's more difficult to do. Then when we're moving our body, we're not really thinking about it. Okie dokie. Let's have a nice stretch now through the legs and the feet. So we are going to point and flex the feet. So again, here, practice that nice elevation up through the crown of the head. So we're drawing up through the crown of the head. Nice straight back. Pointing and flexing those feet. You can do one leg at a time. You can do both together. Lovely. And then we're going to do some windscreen wipers with those feet. Really focusing on the ankles. Always find this really hard on my left foot. So again, this is working with those neuro pathways in the brain. My brain's telling my left foot to do what my right foot's doing, and it's absolutely not. It's doing something quite different. That's okay. Different sides of our body communicate differently at times. Lovely. And then let's do some nice circles. Circles with the ankles. Stretching them all out. Nice. And then bring those feet back down. We're going to reach that right leg away now. So before we did that stretch to the side, this time we're going to stretch in a moment down towards that leg. So there's a few different ways you can do it. You can be here and just gently let the arm go down. That's going to create a stretch. You can be here and take that nice forward fold like we did earlier, where we really lengthened up through the crown of the head. Or you can also use your arms to go down, up to you. But if we're using our arms, let's make sure that our back is nice and supported and we don't end up like this. I am going to just slide my hands down because that's what I feel I need today. I feel that nice stretch down the back of the leg. Taking one more breath here, breathing in, big breath out. Nice. Coming back up, let's do the left side. So again, up to you. You can walk your hands down like I did. You can be here, or you can extend those arms away and go down into that forward fold. So I'm going to just gently take my arms down, find that stretch. Take a nice breath here. And then coming back up. So now we're going to reach both legs away from us. Keep that nice straight spine. And also press your arms towards me, or your hands rather, towards me. So from the side, you're going to look like this. We're really drawing that tummy in. That tummy is going to be what is supporting our lower backs. Okay, so we're going to take 3 breaths here. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing. Nice. Let everything come back down. Right then, we've got a few minutes left, so let's move through. It always puts my hand up, doesn't it, when I do that one? Right, let's bend this right knee, okay? So nice bend through that right knee and nice stretch through that left. So setting yourself up, bending that right knee, length through that one. We're going to take those arms nice and wide. We're going to look to the right. And we're going to take 3 breaths, breathing in, long breath out, breathing in, long breath out. One more, breathing in, and a nice long breath out. Then we're going to bring this right hand onto the right thigh. We're going to reach with this left arm. Getting this nice stretch down the side of the body. Going to take a breath here. Breathing in. Breathing out. Drop that left arm down beside you and we're going to reach up with that right arm. So really reach those right fingers to the sky. And then changing over, left arm up. So we're really feeling this stretch all down here. And then arms in front and behind again. We're going to take 3 breaths. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Bring those arms down. Lovely. Give those shoulders a little roll. Have a little drink here. And then we will do the other side. You're bending this left knee this time. Finding your nice stretch through that right leg. So take your time to set yourself up. Ground down through that left leg. We're going to reach the arms wide. We're going to look to the left. Nice big breath in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Long breath out. Breathing in. Long breath out. So let that left hand come onto the thigh, reaching over with that right arm. Find this nice stretch here. Then we're going to bring that right arm back down by our side, reach up with that left arm. So stretching up here through the side of the body. And then changing arms, so that left arm comes down, right arm up, Really reach with the right fingertips. We've got this stretch all down here. And then bring those arms again. Nice and wide. Reach through those fingertips. We're going to take 3 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Let those arms come down. Draw those legs in. Give those shoulders a little roll. Just have a little moment here to take any final stretches, anything that you need, any part of the body that you just think, oh, I just still want to stretch into that, or whatever you might need to do. Give those shoulders a little roll. Nice, everyone. Just going to come back down here. Moment. And then we are going to finish off our practice together today. Now you can bring your hands to heart space and just gently press those hands together. That will give you a little bit of engagement in the arms if you want to. If not, you can keep your hands in your lap. But we're going to take 3 breaths together. So nice big breath in, long breath out. Nice big breath in, long breath out. One more, breathing in, and nice long breath out. There we go. Amazing. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you very, very much for joining me today again on this warm day. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Thank you. Thank you. And I really look forward to seeing you again for our lovely session together next Tuesday. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for being here with me. I do appreciate it. All right. Lovely to see you all. Take care. Thank you.